What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hopefully you're having an incredible weekend. Hopefully your weekend's been going great so far, but let me make it even better. Earlier today, we got some good news that provided some good news, but it was also a mixed feeling regarding the next stimulus package. So in this video, I will be going over all of that and kind of the new things that are starting to take shape as of this afternoon. Again, this is big. This could really affect the $1.9 trillion stimulus package and its size and its timeline. So I want to address all that in today's video. But first, I've been getting a lot of questions from people wondering what can they do to get some extra money. They're struggling. They're on their last, dime. They don't have much money to spend for food. What can they do? Well, I decided to come up with a very interesting way for you to get some free money. And again, it's absolutely free. Free, okay? It's free. You don't really have to do much. It's going to take you about 5 minutes, and you could potentially get about $500. Here's what you need to do. Now, people are struggling, so I decided I was going to make a little interesting kind of game. Well, here's what we're going to do. What I need you to do, there's going to be a link down in the description box below. It'll be the first link. So if you do not have a Robinhood account, go and sign up. Again, I'm not saying put any money into it. I'm not even saying trade stocks. All I'm saying is go and sign up. Here's the reason why. If you go and sign up for your free Robinhood account using the link down in the description box below, then you come back to this video and comment down in the comment section and say free money. I'm going to pick one of you guys that signed up on Robinhood and commented free money. I'm going to pick one of you guys, or maybe a handful of you guys, and I am going to promote your Robinhood link. Here's how this works. Once you sign up for Robinhood, Robinhood gives you one free stock. It can be valued up to, I think, $200, $250. Just last week, one of my viewers ended up getting Johnson & Johnson, which is valued up to like $150, $160. So a free $150, $160 right there. Great. Well, here's what you need to do. When you sign up, come back, put free money in the comment section below, and I'm going to pick one of you. And then when I do, I'm going to send you a message, ask you to give me your Robinhood link. I will then go and promote your Robinhood link to everybody on my channel. And if a bunch of people sign up, great. You can get up to $500 in free stocks. Here's the best part. You do not have to put any money in. When the stocks clear, when they actually get put to your account, when all that stuff is done, then all you got to do is sell those stocks, take the money out, and withdraw it right to your bank account. So there you go. A free, easy $500. That's all you got to do. And again, the best part about this is you do not have to deposit any money. You do not have to trade the stocks. You just have to keep them in your account. Once they clear, great, you sell them and you can withdraw the money. I think you have to wait it's like 15, it might be 30 days. I'm not 100% sure, but I think you have to wait like 30 days after the stocks clear your account. Then you can sell them and withdraw all the money. So again, a free $500. You don't have to do anything. Just sign up and then let me do the work. Let my viewers here on this channel help you out. Again, you may be the one that actually gets the $500. And I'm not just going to do this for one person. I've actually been doing this for the past 3 weeks. You may not realize this, but when you go to Robinhood, that's not my name. That is not my name that you are promoting. I'm not the one getting the free stock. It's other people. So let's jump into the stimulus update for today. If you want to get the free stocks, there you go. Now, earlier this morning, a group of 10 Senate Republicans decided to send a letter to President Biden saying that they want to simply meet with him and discuss their proposal. This package, right now, what we know is this is going to be anywhere between $500 and $600 billion. Yet, this is supposed to be the starting point. Republicans, as of right now, according to all reports, are currently expected to agree to something from up to $1 trillion. That's big. That is big. Now, that's not all the way up to 1.9. That's not going to get us all the stimulus that we need and would provide the American people with the relief to get us out of this pandemic, but it would be a good start. They are proposing $1,000 stimulus checks. This would go for individuals making $50,000 and less, and families or a married couple filing jointly. This would give them $100,000 and less, of income, they would get a full stimulus check. Also, as of right now, all reports indicate this would also include child dependents and adult dependents as well. This means that not only would children would have received a $600 stimulus check in the last round, they would also get an additional $1,000 in this round as well. Again, this proposal is coming from the Problem Solvers Caucus, which as of right now, some are saying they're having a very difficult time working with the Biden administration simply because they do not want to split up the bill or because they are not really negotiable on that $1.9 trillion stimulus package. But the Problem Solvers Caucus is saying, we're not saying let's just pass $600 billion or $1 trillion stimulus package. No. We're not saying that's all we want to do. We're just saying that's where we can get bipartisan support. And one senator who did not want to be named, but which is part of the Problem Solvers Caucus, said, we will pass up to $1 trillion in stimulus in a bipartisan way, bipartisanship. And that's what Biden wants. That's what President Biden has been demanding, is unity, a bipartisan stimulus package. Republicans, or this Republican, said he can get bipartisan agreement on up to $1 trillion. And then, if Democrats still feel they need additional stimulus, they want to pass a $15 federal minimum wage, they want to pass $350 billion in state and local government funding, and they want to pass other pieces of legislation that do not pertain to COVID and no Republican would support, they can do that through the budget reconciliation, which Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer have already stated. We are ready to do this. Chuck Schumer has already stated, I will be ready by Tuesday. Tuesday, you can see this bill hit the floor of the Senate. So, this is what we are hearing. That, yes, we could still get $1.9 trillion, but this package is going to look like it is going to be a bipartisan stimulus package, which is going to have Republican and Democratic support. The only issue is it may seem like we're getting less, but in the long run, we might actually receive more because of the budget reconciliation that might come on the heels of this $600 billion to $1 trillion stimulus package, which this is going to come on the heels of the $900 billion stimulus package that was passed on December 27th by former President Donald Trump. Now, this package, according to all reports as of right now, again, and we are still getting details on this, and we are supposed to get even more details. We're supposed to see this entire bill tomorrow, on Monday, February 1st. It still feels like we're in December, and we just blew through January. Tomorrow's going to be February 1st. That is crazy, but in this package, this is supposed to include additional unemployment benefits. It's also supposed to be $160 billion for vaccine funding. This would include testing, tracing, distribution, and PPE. There's also money in here for nutrition assistance. There's $4 billion for behavioral health and substance abuse services, $20 billion for schools. As far as the unemployment benefits, Republicans do not want to increase it from $300 up to $400. They want to stick to that $300, and this would extend it past March 14th. As of right now, some are saying that this would most likely be an additional 12 weeks. That's what we're hearing right now, an additional 12 weeks. As of right now, I do not know, but I know President Biden, he wants to extend this, not 12 weeks, for 28 weeks. So more than double. There will be money in here for childcare. We haven't heard much as far as how much or really what that's going to entail, but we should hear more about that tomorrow. And there will be more additional resources for the PPE and EIDL loan programs. Those are big because there's no PPP funding and there's no EIDL loan program funding in this $1.9 trillion stimulus package. There's money for small business aid and loans, but that isn't forgivable. That has to be paid back. So that's not really as beneficial to a small business as the PPP program would be. Now, we know that President Biden and Democrats have no reason at this point to accept roughly 1/3 of their proposal. They're proposing $1.9 trillion. And coming in with $600 billion, Democrats are like, no, there's no reason why we should. But this proposal of $600 billion, or estimate, that's currently what is estimated to be, this proposal is most likely going to help negotiations get kicked off again. help them start back up. And we know that passing a bipartisan stimulus package is President Biden's main goal. He will not stick to a bipartisanship or any type of bipartisan agreement if it's taking too long. We have heard that from multiple people. Jen Psaki has said this. Brian Deese has said this. President Biden himself has said this. We know Bernie Sanders has said this multiple times. We're not going to spend weeks and weeks and months negotiating a deal. We're going to slam this through. So I anticipate that is what is going to happen. But we should know a lot more this week. This is going to be a pivotal week when it comes to stimulus negotiations and the potential of a $1.9 trillion stimulus package. It's because of this that some experts are saying that this proposal that we will get even more details on tomorrow, this is going to help get more Republicans on board. As to how many, we do not know. But we are expecting to see not just one bill hit the floor of the Senate and one bill to hit the floor of the House. We're expecting the Problem Solvers Caucus to put together a bill, talk with President Biden, talk with the Biden administration, and figure out a way to pass a bipartisanship stimulus package. Let's say it is $1 trillion. Great. That gets passed through the House, gets passed through the Senate, goes to Biden's desk, he signs it, it becomes law. Great. Then on the heels of that, probably within days, the House is going to vote on a budget reconciliation, which they're going to have to modify to take out any of the pieces that were already passed. They will vote on that. It will get kicked over to the Senate. They will vote on that. It will pass with a 51 vote majority, and then it would get kicked over to President Biden. He would sign that, and boom, we would have a total probably $1.9 trillion anyway. It's just it looks better that the majority of it would be through bipartisan negotiations. Now, we know President Biden promised $2,000 stimulus checks. I know that, I understand it, and I get where there was a mix-up. He already went back on this, and he said he's only going to provide $1,400 stimulus checks. And we know why. 600 plus 14 equals 2. That was the math that he did. However, $600 came from President Trump. So that is where there's issues. According to Brian Deese, the administration is open to negotiating on the stimulus checks. He did not want to come out and say this. He said this on CNN earlier today. He did not want to come out and say this, and the interviewer had to pry this answer out of him. She did an incredible job. She asked multiple times the exact same question using different words, and he finally caved, and he said that yes, the administration is open to negotiating stimulus checks. He said that their hope is that they can reach a bipartisan agreement, and they want to put the funds into people's hands that actually need the money. My hope is they are only going to cut or lower the amount of who is eligible. So instead of $75,000 or less for an individual, it's only $50,000. Instead of $150,000 for a couple filing jointly, it's only $100,000. I hope, I pray that they do not cut it from $1,400 down to $1,000, because I can tell you right now, taking $400 from a family that is in need, an individual that is in need, that's on their last dime, that is only able to afford Top Ramen, the knockoff brand as well, not even the main one, can only afford to put 1 gallon of gas in their car. Maybe they have to sell their car just to afford the basics, food, shelter. If that's the case, $400, that little bit to Congress is going to go a long ways. So right now, cutting that would be a huge mistake, at least in my opinion, and I think many economists would fully agree. Right now, what we are hearing is that Republicans are not supportive of the $1.9 trillion stimulus package because they say too much of it has nothing to do with COVID. It does not pertain to COVID. It does not pertain to this pandemic. Many are saying that this can't be called the American Rescue Package or American Rescue Plan if its sole purpose is not to rescue the American people from this crisis. Yet, and now I don't know what to make of all this, because honestly, Republicans say this, but yet they're opposed to actually providing stimulus that does pertain to COVID. For example, a $1,400 stimulus check. Why would we go from $1,400 down to $1,000 when the reason why people need this check, the reason why we need stimulus in this economy, because of this pandemic? And you're saying that, oh no, we are only going to provide stimulus that deals and pertains to COVID, but yet you cut out $400 instantly? That makes absolutely no sense. The additional $100 in unemployment, we did not have an unemployment rate of 6.7% under President Trump initially. Yes, it shot up because of this pandemic. Because, states had to shut down. Restaurants are pretty much closed. Movie theaters almost closed. Buffets, other restaurants closed. This is a big issue. And so taking off an additional $100 for unemployment, how does that help with COVID? If you take the money that we're going to give to the people that are currently not working because they got laid off because their business is closed, it doesn't need as many employees. That's a big issue. Larger child tax credits. Does this pertain to COVID? Well, if we just do this for this year, yes, it pertains to COVID. But if we run the child tax credits for the next 10 years or something, no, this doesn't actually pertain to COVID. So we need to address COVID. And I think both Republicans and Democrats have completely forgotten why we are doing these stimulus packages. Congress has no clue why we're doing them. Some just want to negotiate for the sake of negotiations. Some just want to say, no, I do not support this just because Democrats are the one that proposed it. It makes absolutely no sense. It would also really help if the people that owed back taxes still got a stimulus check. Because right now, the IRS is withholding stimulus checks because people owed back taxes. That's insane. How are we supposed to get caught up? How are these people supposed to ever make it back to where they once were and provide and pay these back taxes if they do not have a job? If they do not have a way to make rent? They do not have a way to get to work? How is this supposed to happen? Right now, Congress is completely thinking everything backwards. What I can tell you is that this new proposal is most likely going to slow down the Democrats' plan of passing a budget reconciliation. I say this because my guess is that the House and Senate are going to pass the budget reconciliation this week. That's my guess. But then I'm also thinking, and this is based not only what I'm thinking, but some experts as well, is we are coming to the conclusion that President Biden is going to do whatever he can to reach a bipartisan agreement. He is most likely going to give himself more than just one more week. So, if Nancy Pelosi in the House pass a budget reconciliation this week, gets kicked over to the Senate, Chuck Schumer and Democrats pass this as well with a 51 vote majority, it's going to go get kicked over to President Biden's desk, and he will most likely sit on this for the next week. Not literally, but he would most likely just wait. And I say this because, again, and we don't know until this happens, but my guess is he is going to try to reach some type of bipartisan agreement with Republicans until he has a very firm no that this is not possible, we cannot do this. He is going to continue to negotiate. But again, this is going to slow things down. So, again, we don't know until this actually happens, but this is my guess. My hope as of right now is that they don't cut down the stimulus checks. That would be a mistake. Unemployment will get extended. We know that. More rental assistance and mortgage forbearance gets passed. I'm really hoping this is in there because mortgage forbearance is really needed for a lot of people. Rental assistance is still desperately needed. We still haven't received a penny. In most states have not even started allocating any money to rental assistance programs yet. That's a month. It's been a month. And remember, we were supposed to have a eviction moratorium that expired today. Luckily, there was a executive order to extend that. But we could have been in a world of hurt tomorrow. So, I'm hoping that we finally get the answers that we need, the funding necessary to properly open up the economy, get schools open up again, get people back to work. Because honestly, we need additional funding. So, this is what we're hearing right now. Again, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Consider subscribing so I can continue to keep you updated on everything that's going on. Again, remember, go and click that first link down in the description box below. Sign up for Robinhood. You do not have to deposit any money. You do not have to trade the stocks. Go and do that. Come back here, comment free money down in the comment section below, and I will choose probably a handful of people to go and get, and I will promote your links for you here on the channel so that you too can get some free stocks. You can get up to $500 in free stocks, which you can then go and sell, take that money, withdraw it, put it back in your bank account, and you can go and spend it on whatever you want. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.